I have a title to pitch for this segment. For this like
Save it to on the mic. In fact, no, wait.
We are on the mic, I think.
Okay, start over.
Okay, yeah, I've got a name for this cheeky segment that we've got, Gareth. This
Go on.
thrown away episode, this minor role in our podcast performance. I want it to call it Sync Floyd's Trailer Trash. Thoughts?
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
Okay.
I like that a lot.
Part 1.
That is better than Wish You Were Near, and it is better than Psyched Floyd.
Psyched Floyd is very strong. Honorary title Psyched Floyd. We could have Sync Floyd's Trailer Trash in brackets Psyched Floyd.
Deal. And anything else that this title's going to be like a big old rolling ball that's just collecting garbage and becoming more of a title, I think, as the episode goes on.
Yeah, the Katamari Density Podcast. We just collect...
That's it.
We just collect detritus as we roll around. I like it a lot. I like this strategy. I like this future path before us.
Yes. Well then, folks, welcome along to a very special Sync Floyd. Sync Floyd, the podcast where we watch every movie ever made to see if it syncs up with Pink Floyd's 1973 magnum opus, The Dark Side of the Moon. However, we're watching this week the goal was every trailer ever made, but we managed to get several trailers recently made to find out if they sync up with Pink Floyd's 1975 magnum opus of a hit single, Wish You Were Here, by Pink Floyd, obviously. My name is Gareth Blackler, and introducing, as they would say in a trailer, James Barron.
Hi, James Barron, future star here. Mike, look out for me in the next Marvel film. I'm gonna be a bit part, but boy howdy, you'll remember me. Oh man, yeah, trailers this week as a little bit of a break. I've come back from a long work day, calling in from the frigid wastes of Christchurch at an ungodly hour, Gareth.
It is it is timestamp very late on a Monday.
Yeah.
I've finished I finished my first day at a new job.
Wow.
I came home, I had some dinner, I knew I had to wait till 9 p.m. and I got home a little early, at 5:30.
Oh.
It's been awesome. I watched a good chunk of the next movie we're going to cover.
Cool.
Spoiler, I have the ability to see into the future, why not?
Yep.
Canon.
That's
then
a spoiler
did some
for
exercise,
life.
I did some dishes, I've achieved so much nothing.
I mean, it sounds like you've achieved quite a lot, really.
Thank you.
You've been onto it today. But yes, I've been combing the wastes of Christchurch. It is so cold here, and it's a bad time out there. And but I've come in from the cold for this winter warmer of a podcast, Gareth. We're gonna cuddle up together in the movie theater and watch some trailers together. The best.
I want to ask you. Right? I want to ask you about, obviously how you feel about Pink Floyd's song, Wish You Were Here, but first, how do you feel about trailers?
Trailers are good. I feel like they're pretty fun a lot of the time. I feel like there's been a trend recently in movie trailers where they give way too much away of a film, and I don't enjoy that aspect. I feel like it's trending in the wrong direction. However, I do really love the trend recently because of YouTube's ad strategy, where trailers attempt to condense an entire film into 5 seconds of footage before you can skip a YouTube ad.
Yes, I was going to talk about this as well. Yeah.
And
it'll go super fast trailer, and then it'll slow down again and show you the trailer.
The real trailer. It's like a nearly a movie poster. We're talking a few frames of footage. And if that doesn't catch your attention, you're skipping past. Holy shit. It's just wild that people are having to condense a movie trailer into that short a period. and
Yes.
and see what they can do. The trailers that we watched don't do this, as far as I know.
No.
Maybe one kind of does, but yeah, it's an interesting trend to see how it's gone just in relation to other media. As a rule, though,
very strangely, as I've noticed, it's happened.
What?
Oh no! I want to hear this rule, but I noticed this has happened in one pop song as well. "Don't Start Now" by Dua Lipa begins with a chorus, immediately cuts the chorus, and goes into the first verse, as if to be like, "Here's the quick bit before you go," and then back to the real song. And it annoyed me at first, but now I love it.
Very good. I like that strategy as well. It's like, you're gonna really love this bit, but before that, let me lay down some plot. Let me talk about a story here. Something that happened to me, Dua Lipa.
Dua Lipa's doing the record scratch. Yep, that's me. As opposed to wondering how I got here thing, and I love it.
Yeah, I'm on board. That sounds amazing. That's a good strategy.
What's your rule?
Fully forgotten what my rule is.
No, why are we such bad boys at this?
I don't know. It's gone. I don't have any rules. There's no rules anymore, Gareth. Except
you know who does have rules is Dua Lipa.
Yeah, she's got lots.
She's got new rules. Hey, it's me, your dad.
I think I've heard something about that.
Yeah.
As far as "Wish You Were Here" goes, though.
Yes.
History with that. Love that track. Love it to bits. All-timer great Pink Floyd track. Arguably Pink Floyd's better album, "Wish You Were Here."
Whoa.
I know, wild. But it's sacrilegious almost to say on this podcast. But I love "Wish You Were Here." It's like one of the first songs I learned to play on acoustic guitar because it's got a great acoustic-y vibe. And it's a good one. It holds a special place in my heart as a favorite of old James. What about you?
I do like it a lot. I stopped liking it while watching trailers synced up with it, but it was simply because no trailer is as long as the song, so I was only getting a certain bit. You need it. It's like any good. I mean, it's like we just talked about with Dua Lipa. You got to tell the story, and it's like you've got to get the kind of heart in the mouth feeling of when the chorus kicks in after all the like solos and gentle build up. And like you said, on the album, it's really good because it comes after a lot of like long kind of instrumental noodling, kind of some real space rock, some real jamming, I guess. But and then to get into something like a kind of direct pop moment is just lovely.
Absolutely.
So good tune. Check it out.
Yeah. But yes, in the context of trailers and what we have done, our sick and twisted form of comedy on the show, we have synced up this long and slow building song with trailers that typically don't last very long.
No.
So that's quite fun. It's gonna be real interesting to see how they match up. And I think it's important because we chose it's a longer song. It's around like 5 minutes long in terms. But that's good because whenever we get that 5 minute long trailer, we're going to be ready. Like we want that full length, that feature length song for a trailer, you know?
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. So it was a good or bad idea. Up to you to decide, listeners. But we sure have done it, and we're ready to talk about a series of sweet trailers that we're gonna pretend that we've just watched at the movie theater together. You know?
Yeah, this is like I don't know if I talked about it on the show. I believe that trailers in the theater, it should pause, and then one of the actors should turn to you, like watching in the crowd, and go like, "What do you think?" And then you can turn to your friend and be like, "Oh, I think I'm going to see that," or "Oh, I think he might get an Oscar for this one." And then you get that moment to do it before the next trailer kicks in.
Yeah, everyone does do that, but like, if they start doing it while the next trailer is already playing, it's a bit of a pain. I feel like most trailers these days are putting a bit of credits at the end, being like, this is the people making it and all this other stuff. They'll leave you a little bit of time, a grace period for you to talk about the trailer, and just go, "Oh, mate, looks all right. Let's go down and watch it." So yeah, like I feel like a good trailer lets you do it, but
yeah.
Yes, in this modern age where people don't have time, it's harder. So
Often a cinema will then put in like a special deal on when you can see it. They'll just show you a big JPEG that says like Mums and Bubs screening of Dune, 11 a.m. on Tuesday. And you can be like, oh, okay, well, the Mums and Bubs decide if they're going to see it. I reckon I will see it as well.
Get the Bubs down to see Dune.
Yeah.
They love it. They're big fans of Frank Herbert.
Oh, Bubs and their Frank, honestly.
Yeah, Bubs and Frank.
Well, should we get to our first trailer?
Yeah.
All you little Bubs out there.
For the Bubs, for all our Bubs listening, we watched the trailer for Denis Villeneuve. Is that how you say that guy's name?
I believe so.
Directed Dune, upcoming Dune film, sci-fi epic that has been made several times before to varying degrees of success. However, this one looks bloody sick, and I'm very excited for it. As soon as it was announced, I was sitting in the movie theater, and I was very excited. On the edge of my seat, Gareth, I was. So, should we talk about it? How it's synced up with Wish You Were Here?
Well, I think we have to cover off the sandworm in the room, which is this trailer. So, okay, the year is 2020, September 2020.
Oh yeah.
I'm in Christchurch, New Zealand for a wedding. I've escaped Auckland.
Congrats.
Which means I can safely go to the cinema because it wasn't a good idea at that point in Auckland.
No.
As it isn't in most of the world. So I managed to go see a film called Tenet, and Tenet features a great score. That's all I've really got to say about Tenet. By Ludwig Göransson, I believe, who produced obviously Childish Gambino and the music for Community and Black Panther, obviously.
Nice.
The reason he scores it is because Hans Zimmer really, really wanted to score Dune. And you're like, really? You're going to turn down your boy Christopher Nolan? And then this trailer, which came out the same day, features a little cover version of 4 little lovable English lads called Pink Floyd with the hit song Eclipse.
Oh my gosh, I've never heard of them.
Oh, check them out. They're a good time.
Yeah, I was shocked when I realized it, because it's like it's not really an obvious cover until you're partway through, and then you're like, oh shit, it's happening. Like I know where we're going here. It's the perfect song for this trailer as well.
Right.
And I'm stoked that we've covered it up with a completely different Pink Floyd song.
Yeah.
It's so good. Oh my God.
Well, should we take the people through the trailer? Because some people, they can't get to the cinema. It's,
okay.
5 p.m. on a Tuesday New Zealand time when this drops. They might not have time to get to it.
We'll do our best. So I am working off a series of frenzied notes that I wrote at the time when I watched the trailer. So my strategy for this episode, Gareth, going in, was to do what I usually do on the show, which is watch the film and take notes at the same time, if at all possible, about syncs, which sometimes leads to me missing stuff, sometimes not. However, when you are only dealing with something that's like 2.5 to 3 minutes in length, it is very difficult to catch everything that is on screen. It's like Speed Racer condensed into 3 minutes.
Oh my gosh.
So I've definitely missed a lot of stuff. I've got a series of barely comprehensible notes. So you're going to have to try and fill in some gaps maybe, or we're just going to have to come together. We're giving you the like Cliff's Notes version of a trailer.
Yeah.
So get excited. Definitely check all these trailers out, by the way, if you haven't seen them. Like, if you have time to listen to this episode and not have time to watch a 3-minute trailer for a cool film, what? Who are you? So yeah, check these out. Check all these trailers out. Let us know what you think. That's my proviso at the start. Okay? We good?
Yeah.
All right.
We're good.
Cool. Dune. The trailer starts with a voiceover saying there's something happening to me. I magically have closed captions for the trailer that are worked in, which I'm stoked about. And we get my boy Paul here. I love that the main character of Dune is called Paul. It's one of my favorite facts.
Yeah, so it's always been Paul. Listen.
Yeah.
Have you read the book, or are you aware of much about Dune?
So I've tried several times to read the book. It is very dense as a thing. It reads like a religious text. It's like, there's all this stuff that happens, and you're like, okay, I don't know where this is going or what any of this means, but man, sure is an expansive world, and everything is covered in like quite granular detail. But
okay, that's putting me off reading Dune, because I did want to do it before the movie came out, and a weird, like, it's almost my Timothée Chalamet book club, because I read Little Women before Little Women came out.
There.
And yeah, I thought, like, especially when this was supposed to come out around New Year's, which was when Little Women came out the year before, I was like, oh yeah, finish the year the way it started with my with my Timothée Chalamet book club.
Yeah. And
then I was informed a very similar thing, and I was like, maybe I'll just read something more enjoyable.
That's fair, yeah. Arguably, the Dune books do get better as they go on, from what I've heard. The first one's kind of difficult, but they get, like, pretty good later on. They're very, like, political heavy, and yeah, it's like politics and religion combined into this really interesting thing. They're good books, definitely. If you like dense sci-fi stuff, it's probably like you can't really go wrong. It's sort of the Pink Floyd of books, I would say.
Ooh.
That's my review.
Now you've got me back.
But yes, main character is Paul Atreides, I think his name is.
Yeah, that rings a bell.
Yeah, but yeah, he's like looking out over the vast expanse of his new planet, and he's get thrown into this like horrific test, which I don't remember getting to in the book, where he has to he's unable to remove his hand from this box, where like he's experiencing like a great deal of pain or something that we see later on. It's not very nice. Some kind of test thing happening here. There's like people having big old battles around.
Yeah.
Like busting out like electro swords and stuff. I don't know. It's not like that flashy in terms of violence or whatever. Or it's not like a Guardians of the Galaxy style fight here. It's more subdued. But I do want to comment on the costuming that we see in this trailer.
Oh yeah, hit me up.
Everyone is like walked straight from the fashion runway of like a black and white only themed fashion show.
Yeah,
and they've just
Met
walked
Gala
straight into the desert planet, and I'm loving it. And everyone looks amazing.
Yes, yeah.
I want everyone to dress this way in like the horrible cyberpunk future that is inevitable.
Yeah. Next year.
Yeah, I'm getting ready. I'm investing. Yeah. It's gonna be my time. As you know, I'm a person who wears like black jackets a lot, so it's finally I'm gonna be in my element.
Just strap on a little nose thing and you're good to go. You're duned up.
Duned up. Get duned up. Love it.
That's the tagline to this movie, right?
I think so. Yeah, duned up. Yeah, so we're getting, yes, as you said, the wrong Pink Floyd song here, Eclipse, rolling in, which is, it's just so perfect. But, like, reading it on screen is interesting. I was like, oh, that's the bit I recognize. There it is, the thing I hear every week.
Yeah.
So that was nice. Like an old friend returning to me.
Yeah. Seeing them at the distance in a train station and waving.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So people start like fighting each other. There's all kinds of like battles and stuff going on. And this is when we get like slow-mo shots of these people like jumping into battle and stuff like that. And there's it's also when the vocals kick in the song.
Yeah.
Which is like an actual sync. And I was like, whoa, what? That actually kind of works. And yeah, like there's cuts in the trailer that even cut in time with the like lyrics that are coming through, which is amazing.
Yeah, that's bonkers.
I'm really, really happy with it. It's wild that it fits within an entirely different Pink Floyd song.
Yeah.
We get the line from the book and the film, I suppose. Fear is the mind killer. When the fear is gone, only I will remain. That's like classic Dune stuff right there.
Yeah.
And as we return to the riff for like the breakdown bit between the chorus, like after the first verse has finished, we get the Sandworms' first appearance here in the trailer, the bit that everyone was waiting for. Basically, what these big boys are going to look like, and they look great. I am really happy with the Sandworms look because it's like very true to like. Some of the illustrations for the first printings of Dune and stuff like that, they look like just terrifying, but also like realistic in a really weird way. They look like actually animalistic rather than like this weird sci-fi thing. I don't know. CGI's come so far to make things look real. It just looks great.
Yes. Yeah. I would still much rather hang out with the Sandworms from Beetlejuice, but you know, that's just me.
Absolutely. Those zany fools will take you to new places.
Yeah.
You know, those friends.
I mean, so will these zany fools, but yeah.
Yeah, they aren't places you want to go, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, man. We haven't done Beetlejuice on the show, have we?
No, it's pretty perfect for us.
It kind of is. Maybe someday. Well, add it to the ever-growing list. We'll cover it eventually.
Yeah. Every movie ever made.
Yeah. And there we go. Before the start of verse 2 here is where we get the Dune title card appear, which is like really, it's beautifully designed in like a very clever way. I really like how the title itself looks.
Yes, yeah, like, I was going to mention this as well.
It's just great graphic design. It's like they're all like, look like the edges of a planet kind of, or like an eclipse occurring effectively.
Yeah,
and they're all like like symmetrical in a weird way, which is great.
It's like if you hand drew it, it'll look like an alien language, but they've just perfectly rounded these curvy boys to look like every letter, but still be the exact same.
It's genius. It's really, really good. So that's the trailer synced with Wish You Were Here, first one.
Yeah.
What do you think?
What did you think? Initially, so this was the first one. This may be a spoiler. This was the first one I watched.
Same.
And I was like, yeah, she didn't sync, eh? But as we keep going, this had the biggest thematic sync. And yeah, as you said, a lot of in-time kind of things happening. There's this weird grunt in this movie.
Oh.
That, not in this movie, sorry, in the song. Like, so the idea... Spoilers for the song. It starts off as a radio getting detuned to the sound of Pink Floyd playing. And then you hear one of Pink Floyd kind of clear their throat a little before they like start singing.
Yeah, yeah.
Which may just be like Tidal giving me the full high quality version. So you get to find out that they're actually accidentally had a cold on recording day.
The coughs in the room. I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what Jay-Z wanted you to hear.
Yeah.
But that synced up perfectly with the pain box as well. So that was pretty cool.
Oh, yeah? I missed that. Nice. Okay, yeah. So, like, in comparison to the other films, spoiler alert, but not a bad sync as far as trailers go. I was kind of surprised at how well this worked. Are we rating out of 10 like we do the films? Is that like... Because I've done that on my own.
Let's do it. Okay. Let's do it out of 100.
Okay. Sure. I'm feeling like 64 for this Dune.
I'll give you that.
Yeah?
I'll give you a 64.
Sweet. Lock that one in.
Yeah.
All right. What's immediately after this? But like, should we discuss what we thought of the trailer? Like, we have time. We give ourselves a little bit of time to say it looks good or looks bad.
Yeah, this is our part in the movie theater where Timothée Chalamet will turn to us and be like, what do you think?
He climbs down a set of ethereal stairs out of the front of the film and walks up to each of us and sits down on top of the chairs in front of us and goes, now, boys, what did you think? What did you think of my little trailer I threw together for you?
That is exactly how I imagine Timothée Chalamet's house, is just magical stairs. and then you follow him, and he sits on the edge of a chair instead of actually on a chair.
He never
and
sits
just,
on
like,
a chair
asks
proper.
you a deep question.
Yeah.
He actually... Have you seen Little Women?
I have seen Little Women, yes.
Good. I'm sorry, I'm peeking out the microphone because I love Little Women so much. You watch him in that film, he does not use a single chair correctly. He's standing on them, he's sitting on the very edges, he's bringing a very chaotic energy that we love our boy Timothy for.
Yeah.
And I did not I did not expect him to be the lead when he was announced to be in this. So I'm stoked. Like, the amount of the Chalamet in this, like, trailer made me very happy.
It's gonna be very good. If you like the Chalamet, you're gonna get your quota filled watching Dune. I'm almost certain. So I'm feeling very, very similar. I'm so stoked that this movie is coming out, even though it's been delayed several times. I believe now coming out October 22. God, the distant future.
This is the, like, extra for experts episode for St. Floyd heads. We were going to do June-cember, where we talked about this film exclusively for the month of June 2020.
Oh, yeah.
And then it got delayed. And then I think we thought about June, but it got delayed again.
Yep.
So now we have to struggle to think of an October rhyme.
Yeah, it's going to be tough.
Yeah.
If I could try and weasel, like, the word Dune at the end of Halloween, maybe, but, like...
June, yeah.
Yeah, it's not gonna... It might look good written down, but nowhere else. As long as I use that, like, same font, people maybe won't notice, but...
Yeah.
In an audio format, that's gonna be hard to get across.
What about Octo-Herbert?
Okay, yeah, that's good.
Frank Herbert.
That's pretty good. I like that.
Yeah.
That's good enough for me. Well, we'll see what happens when it comes to October, but yeah, like, get hype regardless. 64 out of 100.
Yeah.
So we've had our time for that, because the next trailer's rolling in, Gareth, and it's A24 is appearing on screen because it's
our favorite logo.
It's time to talk about The Green Knight, Gareth. Upcoming A24 sweet film.
Yes.
Should we dive in, jump in?
Yeah. So I was just, standing on the street, and you just rode up in your Jeep, metaphorical Jeep, and said, "Get on board for The Green Knight." And I was like, I don't know. And now you texted me, like, as soon as the trailer came out, I watched it. It was the famous day where I watched Near Dark and freaked out about sexy vampires. I also watched the Green Knight trailer twice. And I'm all on board. I love The Green Knight. I want to marry this movie.
Yes, this is correct. Also, my Jeep has the exact... has the word Jeep, but it's in the Dune font on the back. Just so you know.
That would work.
Yeah, right? But yeah, The Green Knight's going to be sick, if you didn't know. It's an upcoming A24 movie that no one knows about for some reason, but it's dark fantasy based on an Arthurian legend, and it's hype as shit. Everything that I've seen about this movie is amazing. But yeah, so here we go. Diving in with the track. It's rolling on in. We've got the weird radio shit happening over the A24 logo. And then we get our boy Gawain, who's surrounded by some, like, magical stuff. Gawain played by... what's his name?
Dev Patel.
Yeah, the biggest boy, the best boy. Here he is.
Yeah.
He's fresh-faced and loving it. He's the heartthrob that so many of my friends are in love with, quite legitimately. He's going to be Gawain in the film, main character. And we get to see him in the King's Court, and there's, like, an old-ass, or, like, presumably Arthur, I don't really know. And then the Green Knight comes in. Do you know the story of the Green Knight at all? I don't want to, like, spoil the legend for you if you've never heard it.
I do not. I've had to look it up later. It was pretty much for this to know, like, was the Green Knight already a story? What is it? And now I do. It's like an ancient poem that there's only one copy of, and it like almost got destroyed by a fire, but it didn't because it's that baller.
Hell yeah, it survived the fire. Amazing. I'm not going to spoil the story of the Green Knight, even though it's like an ancient text, but because
I've had my time to read it.
Yeah, I feel like going in it'll be fine if you don't know the legend. In fact, it might be better if you don't. So I'm not going to ruin it for you, listeners. I'm just going to list what the things that happen in this trailer are, and you can sort of put together a semblance of a story in your head before seeing it if you want. I'm not your dad. I'm not your podcast dad. Yeah. So we get the appearance of the Green Knight, who's this like big mossy treant looking dude, but in knight's armor, he's got strong Treebeard energy, honestly, from Lord of the Rings, very similar. I've written in my notes here that the music is not syncing at all for me in this moment.
No,
it's not in terms of both like tempo and theme. It's like. It is not gelling as well for me.
No one wishes the Green Knight was here.
Exactly. So they have like a little bit of a clash, and then the Green Knight gets beheaded, but he's still alive, and he's like 1 year hence, and you're like, oh shit, what does this mean? And then we get like a little wheel that turns and shows the changing of the seasons to winter, and I'm like, oh my god. I'm very excited. And Gawain goes out in search of the knight, and he's like, fuck this, I'm gonna kill this knight. And the words appear on my screen, no happy end, which is very upsetting. And then there's a talking fox here?
Yes. The exact fox from Antichrist, I bet.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure if they get the same voice actor or something to like come in and be
awesome.
this fox, because he says your doom is at hand, and I'm like, holy shit! Like that's straight out
our generation's chaos reigns.
Yeah, definitely. It's same brain cell with these foxes of ill portent.
Do not start talking to a fox at a party. That fox is going to bum you out.
Yeah, definitely.
You're going to feel pretty sad.
He's going to like curse you or like just be really nihilistic for the remainder of the party. Oh no. There's like shots of Gawain like wrapped up in chains, like all captured, and there's like a big old giant person walking around.
The giants. Oh my god.
Oh my god, what is happening? I'm very excited. The line in the song, there is a sync that I did catch. Smile from a Veil is sung by old mate Dave Gilmour. And it matches a woman lifting her veil to reveal her face. And I'm like, holy shit. Like, not bad. It's just like a series of like rad fantasy things happening, and then that's the end of the of the thing. There's a face-off on some stairs with the Green Knight and Gawain ready to battle, and that's where the trailer ends. What did you think? How did it sync?
It's hard because it's harder to have a opinion on a trailer because the trailer is designed to give you only the goods, and you're kind of reviewing the promise that you're being made.
Yes, but definitely.
So the hype built above me, and like my eyes went as red as the font for a Green Knight in joy and fiery rage and of excitement. But the syncs were not. The syncs didn't deliver.
Nah, man, I'm with you on that. It's a low ebb in terms of syncing. A great trailer for a great upcoming film, I hope. But I'm feeling like a 21 out of 100 on this sync.
Yeah, that's pretty perfect. I mean, there's the lyric, "Can you tell a green field?" So if they changed that to be a Green Knight, maybe we could have bumped it a bit higher.
Floyd,
but no,
could you have done that, boys? Could you have switched it over? Can you tell a Green Knight?
You could tell them all kinds of things. Mostly, see you next year.
From a cold steel rail? Is that the next line? I can't remember.
Yeah. And he uses a cold steel rail that's really sharp and a sword.
Okay, yeah. All right. Anyway, yeah, 21. 21 out of a hundo there. Nice.
But you're hyped?
Yeah, I'm so hyped. Dev Patel,
Yeah.
You can go back into the realm of the movie. You've come down from from Timothy Chalamet's staircase, and you're berating me. You're in full armor, and I respect you, and I'm so sorry for giving it such a low rating, but I love you, and I'm very excited for your film.
Now, this is a plug that no one's paid me for. The website superyaki.com does sell t-shirts that say Dev Patel Summer in a fantasy font, and I think we both need them.
Whoa, okay.
Yeah.
At least for this Dev Patel Summer. Like, I think that's worth picking up.
Right?
We've bought a lot. We've convinced each other to buy a lot of strange things, Gareth. Just by like finding cool items and sending them to each other. I feel like we're draining each other's resources more than this podcast will be like able to cover.
Yeah. I drove into Auckland City, like Auckland town, and had to like strike some sort of parking deal in order to buy you a t-shirt with two aliens looking at the dark side of the moon through a hologram and it said Pink Floyd on it.
Yes, I have received this t-shirt and I've worn it already and I love it. I've gotten compliments about it and I'm like, the brand is strong, you know? Like, pretty good. Pretty happy about that. All right, so...
yeah. I just found out Elisa Vakander is in Green Knight, and that makes me very hyped. I can mention that, and it's kind of on top of it because she was in the film The National made to sync up with their album called I Am Easy to Find, and that is a good film that made me cry.
Well, there you go.
There you go.
Much like The National make people cry, like I feel like they at least had something to do with it in terms of the like making people cry part. So,
of course, yeah.
Those boys.
Who do you think's caused more tears in their career? The National, who have been around for less time, or Pink Floyd?
Oh man, that's really tough. I feel like Pink Floyd have made more people angry, but I think it's tough. It's really tough. I feel like The National, by sheer volume, if we like pulled each of the tears from the different fan bases, they're all crying into large tanks. Then I feel like the Nationals would weigh more, but only by a short margin. Not by much. The scales would nearly be even, you know, is what I'm saying here. Yeah.
The National per capita, I guess, of years active.
Yeah.
But yeah, equal tier buckets for these two bands.
Equal tier buckets. Oh, man.
Meanwhile, Sufjan Stevens is supplying tears enough for James Cameron to shoot a movie in. He's making oceans.
He's just crying a river into, filling up old mate James's James water tank. His diving bell booth that he's set up for his sweet new film that he's working on. Oh my god.
While I was watching these trailers, a James Cameron YouTube ad came up for his masterclass, and he's in front of a green screen, and he tells you, did you know this is a green screen? But guess what's on the green screen?
What?
The ocean.
Oh my god. James, I know you've got like a brand going, but like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Can you tell a green screen? I don't know.
On that note, should we get to our next film?
Yeah, sure. I thought we were doing like a little bit of a break here. There was going to be like a mid-trailer break, and there's going to be like...
My segment!
Yeah, let's take a break for some segments to pad the episode length for a little bit, Gareth. Shall we do that?
Yeah, so I sent James a rundown of the trailers we could talk about in order, and then I had Gareth's segment, and then I had with a question mark, James' segment.
Yeah.
So let's see how that goes. But my segment is a little segment I call, and I'm glad we're not calling this episode Psyched Floyd, because my segment is called Psyched for Cypher.
Oh, I like this. Okay.
That's where the theme song will go.
Oh.
Psyched for Cypher is, of course, when we just talk about Charlize Theron in the Fast and Furious movies.
Yes.
And her role of Cypher, a role that a lot of people don't care for, but the two of us, we find that attempted child murderer incredibly charming. So, have you seen Fast and Furious 9?
So I haven't seen Fast and Furious 9. I plan to at some point. But okay. It's fine if you spoil parts of it for me. I'm not upset about that. I've no great history with the Fast franchise, as you know.
Yes,
but I'm stoked to be learning more about Cypher and her white girl dreads.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna hit you with a disappointment pretty quick.
All right.
So, Fast and Furious 9, Cypher is in it. No dreads. Yes. Instead, she has a bowl cut.
What? No. Oh,
yeah.
Man. Move from one disapproving haircut to another. My God. She needs a new stylist.
I know. So, my big theory is that... Okay, so famously, the Fast and Furious films, Vin Diesel is quite like... he's quite sensitive. He's a sensitive, tough boy. And he's got in his contract, and apparently so does Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, that he has to give as many hits as he takes. And like you notice in these films, he's always got his arms like crossed, so he's flexing his muscles. Like he's a fragile man. And I think he knew the star power of Charlize Theron, so he's the one sneaking into her ear and going like, "No, wear a bad wig. Wear a bad wig. Don't look cool. Don't look cooler than Vin." And she's just listening.
Oh man, Vinny boy.
Yeah,
Vinny boy raps.
I know,
you need to wrap up that idea and throw it away, mate. That's no good. You gotta respect Charlize's acting potential and not make her wear a silly haircut for the film.
Right?
Goodness.
What do you think her hairdo is going to be for if she's in Fast 10?
It's Fast 10. She's gonna have like the white dreads will be back because people will be so outraged, but they'll be so much longer. She'll look like one of the twins from Matrix Reloaded.
Yes.
Like almost exactly like one of the twins. And everyone's gonna be either really into it or not into it at all, and I can't wait to find out.
Official. I love it. Maybe at the end of one of the dreads is a single, is like a bowl cut. So she's kind of keeping both. The dreads have just pushed the bowl cut off.
I like that. And tied to that little bowl cut is the keys to her favored car.
Yes.
And it gets stolen by Vinny Boy Raps during the film. Yeah.
Oh man. Another thing I've got to point out is, I think we predicted it. I don't know if it was actually out in the news yet.
Whoa.
But John Cena is in Fast and Furious 9.
Oh my God. Amazing.
Which is what I think we either predicted it or... So if you go back and listen to our Fast and Furious 8 episode 3, there's a point which the listeners may not know. When my microphone stopped working, we recorded an additional hour of the podcast.
Whoa.
And then I had to go and buy some batteries and re-record it. I think maybe on that version we predicted that John Cena would show up in these movies.
I forgot about that.
But either way, we said it first and deserve producer credit on Fast 9.
Please, yes.
Yeah.
Offer us the goods.
But so John Cena gets a scene with Cypher, and Cypher, instead of John Cena giving away his motivation, Charlize Theron just explains his motivation to him. As if they didn't trust John Cena to lift the acting weights.
I feel like
they were just like, well,
doesn't she do that in Fast 8 as well? She
exactly.
She just mansplains. She cypher-splains Vin Diesel's emotions and motives to him as well.
Exactly right. So you get this Oscar nominee, star of the best action movie of the last 10 years, Mad Max, that is.
Yeah.
And just let her do all the actual acting lifting, and just have these buff boys kind of react back yeah.
I mean, I guess
honestly it works.
They're playing to their strengths, right? You know?
Yeah.
Oh Well, it's good to know that the Fast franchise hasn't learned any lessons from the previous installment, and it's still riding the same breakneck path and pace that it was before.
Yeah.
I'm very happy to hear that.
Yeah, and we'll probably end up syncing it down the line, so look out. Get ready to hear these opinions again.
Yeah. Back
when I
full force.
Forget I've actually already said them.
Amazing. I mean, you reckon...
Which of the two films that we covered do you reckon Cypher would like the most?
So far? I reckon she'd be a big Dune fan. As someone who's real into like technology and stuff and hurting people, I think she'll be really into that. Probably get some ideas from it. If anything, yeah. Not so stoked for that. Are you ready for my segment?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
What's your segment?
Because it's time for James's Fact of the Week. Return fan favorite segment. It's James's Fact of the Week. Hi and welcome to James's Fact of the Week. I'm James. Today's Fact of the Week is about a small little lizard. In fact, it's the smallest lizard discovered on the planet. It was discovered in January of this year, the world's smallest lizard. It's a tiny little chameleon. And the fact about this lizard, Gareth, that isn't even the fact. The fact about this lizard is that it's got genitalia, male genitalia, that is 20% the length of its body. Wild.
That's wild.
That's a big old hog on a little chameleon, all right? And that's today's James's Fact of the Week.
That's so much less wholesome than the last time we did a Fact of the Week.
Yeah, definitely, yes. The segment's gone downhill in a major way, but it is a fan favourite making a return.
Oh, wow. If you've got any further lizard genital facts, please email them to syncfloydpod@gmail.com. And James can read those.
Just, tweet them directly at me if you know my Twitter handle, because I can handle that. Yeah, great. Shall we move up, after that brief intermission, that palate cleanse, shall we say?
Yeah.
Shall we return to the main draw of the episode, the old
God, my
trailer.
palate feels way more covered in paint, but let's go.
All right, good. That's how it should be, as we're talking now about M. Night Shyamalan's Old, which is coming soon. Any idea what this movie was?
No. I honestly didn't realize he was doing a film until suddenly this trailer was just out.
Yeah, just dropped on me like a ton of bricks. This was as well. I think it started playing when I was watching television, watching YouTube or something. It started playing at the end of something that I was watching, and I was too lazy to turn the trailer off and just watch the whole thing. And I was like, well, yeah, that's a film. It's not a film that I'm excited for. I'm going to put that on record. But it certainly is a film, a strange looking film. Yes. Context of the film, the story or whatever is these people go on holiday, take a trip to a beach. They get trapped on the beach somehow through magic or something. I don't really know, but people grow old very rapidly on the beach. And all kinds of horrible things befall them as part of that. As they try and escape this old beach. I feel like Old Beach was maybe the working title of this movie.
Yeah. And then someone in marketing was like, people aren't going to go to a movie called The Beach. It'll get them thinking they're going to the real beach, and then they'll dress wrong for it.
That's right. So we better go with just Old, which is maybe one of the worst names for a film I've ever heard of.
It's very tough. It's I'll say it, one of my favorite movies recently is, of course, Us, the Jordan Peele movie. Impossible to talk about. You have to go Us, the movie, or Jordan Peele's Us, or like I just did, Us, the Jordan Peele movie. And it's gonna be so hard when I'm talking to all my friends about Old in late July.
It will be tough. Oh man, I love the idea though of you trying to broach the topic of like talking about that great movie and being like, let's talk about us. And they're like, oh no. Oh no. Well, Gareth's
hey honey, when you get home, we need to talk about us.
Exactly.
It's just like, yeah, I thought it was good.
Yeah, it was pretty good. What do you think? And she's like, what are we talking about? And then she needs to talk about us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh no. Anyway, us need to talk about old right now.
Yeah.
So basically, the trailer starts, and it's like starts off very chill. There's like the lady, the husband and wife and their kids, and they're hanging out on holiday. They're going on a regular family holiday trip to the beach, to a sunny resort on some unknown island. And there's no kids allowed on the beach, apparently, as part of this weird holiday resort. And they're like, nah, it's probably fine.
Yeah.
Let's take our kids. And they make their way there as the song starts in earnest. We get that like weird little radio-y crackle sound as we get into the song proper. And that is all the regular stuff is covered off in that little intro-y bit. So I'm quite happy about that. That's quite a nice little thing. Like we're tuning into what this movie's really about. So they arrive at the beach and there's like other folks showing up, some random people, and they're like, oh, I thought this was a secret beach that no one knew about, but there's other people here because there's a horror movie, and so other people have to die in horrible ways. And they find all these old belongings and clothes of people just abandoned here, and the kids are out swimming in the water, and they find someone dead floating in the water. Oh shit. Oh no, a corpse. And they drag it like onto the beach to have a look at, which is weird. But anyway.
Yeah.
We get the director card, M. Night Shyamalan, here he is, and the text effect for this trailer is various letters like rotate, like they like snap forward in a weird way, as if like time is advancing very quickly. It's like bah! And like suddenly time has passed on the clock that you know, that's kind of the vibe.
Yeah, it's like a ticking, an analog clock.
I think that's why they do it that way. It's like, it's also like sort of off kilter and upsetting, right? With these levers rotating. Sure. Something's off here. So it could be that. But yeah, that's what I get from it anyway. Probably the best part of the trailer is its cool text effect.
The guitars kick in when we get M. Night Shyamalan's name as well.
Yeah, that's not bad. And yeah, we see that their body that they brought up has rapidly decomposed while no one was looking. I feel like people aren't looking at stuff a lot in this trailer, and that's weird. Like, everyone should just keep eyes on everyone else and it should be fine. But yeah, the kids have disappeared after their swimming fun. They've run off somewhere and they've grown rapidly into teenagers. Which is very upsetting. They're like crying and coming to their parents. Because like, I don't know if the movie will address this, but does their like emotional maturity match that of their like rapid aging? Or are they like children in like teenagers' bodies? Because that is horrifying.
That is horrifying. I think that must be it. They like, just judging by their faces, they looked very like upset in a child's kind of way.
Yeah, it's no good. Not okay with that. I don't really want to watch that.
No,
that is
absolutely
horrifying in such a specific psychological way that I don't think will be fun for anyone. You know, I don't know. Yeah. The actual singing portion starts as they decide where they want to escape the beach. They like actually making active attempts to escape, but all of them lead to death and failure. There's a whole bunch of also random animal imagery interspersed into this trailer, which I don't understand. There's like birds flying around, little crabs and stuff. I don't know what's going on.
Big old tarantula. Maybe the animals. I guess animals age differently to people. That could be a fun little bit of symbolism.
It's like animal revenge on human. I don't know.
It turns out the tarantula made the beach.
Okay. So another horrifying thing happens now where a girl gets rapidly pregnant. Don't know how this would even happen. Like, does she like have sex on this beach or something that we don't see? It's It's no good. But yeah.
If it does happen, I hope there's a creepy slowed down version of that 90s song Sex on the Beach.
Oh, that would be a good fit for that scene, but man. Just like 16%, a 16th of the speed is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like horrible, like ghostly wails. Oh my god!
With like noises in it, and
that
song I found unsettling to begin with. Like I remember that was on my Now That's What I Call Music tape, and I had to listen to it with my parents, and maybe that's why it was unsettling. It's like this isn't right. Yeah. Anyway.
This is not what I call music. So like, it's people like they find someone tries to like swim out to sea to escape, and they just die, and that's how this other person was found, I guess. Someone else tries to scale up a cliff face, but they like fall asleep as they're climbing and then fall, which is awful. I don't understand the like cliffs of sleep. That's very weird. I hope that gets covered off in the film.
There's a lot I hope they sell them after the movie. Sleep cliffs.
Sleep cliffs. That's good. Yeah. There's a lot of bickering and arguing that happens. There's like weird codes and stuff that they find to try and figure out how to escape. There's a person lying on the beach who's just like burning very quickly, which is upsetting, and I don't know why this happens. The line in the trailer says you're here for a reason. As we're hearing that, Pink Floyd sing "Leading Role in a Cage," which is a pretty good fit. Damn. That's like right, and then we cut straight from that to the title card drop, right at the end of the first verse of the song.
Yeah.
Very surprising sync for me. What did you think? How did it sync, Gareth?
Well, I guess we're talking about fitting in a lot of time into a small amount of time. Like, you're aging quickly.
Yeah.
So it's as if you're trying to cover an album's worth of syncs in a single song. Like, the song is aging quickly. And it's a good song for it because it has so much of a range, both musically and emotionally. So I think it has to be a high number. I think it has to be in the top quarter of possible syncs.
I'm totally with you. I was really taken aback by how well this sings.
Yeah.
Also, like thematically, I think "Wish You Were Here" as a concept is a perfect match for this trailer and its movie idea. Like the whole "Wish You Were Here" is a thing that you would say on holiday. You know, at the end of a postcard. Pretty good. I'm feeling like high percentile. Like I'm thinking like 79, 80. Area?
Yeah,
like
80 sounds perfect. Yeah. I was thinking 81, so we're splitting the diff.
Okay, lock on 80 there. I can't think of an easy way to simplify that number, but we're going to move on to our fourth and final trailer. We're nearly at our feature presentation, and there's only a tiny little bit before the movie begins proper, and we're just going to squeeze in a final little trailer in here, and it's for the upcoming Clifford movie. Clifford the Big Red Dog is getting his movie debut, Gareth.
Finally.
Yeah, I think you sent this trailer to me completely out of context, and I watched it clean, and I was like, wow, that was strange. And then you decided that we were doing this trailer thing. You were like, yes, let's actually do this for a reason. And I was like, oh, good. Yeah. Thank goodness.
That's what it's like being my friend.
No, it's very good. I did enjoy it, and I appreciate you offering this to me. However, okay, shall we talk about this Clifford trailer because it's bananas, or...
Yeah, I do quickly need to warn people, if you search Clifford trailer...
Oh my god, yeah.
The first option is a fake trailer for a horror movie where they just end it with the words Clifford.
Yeah. Which
is very funny, but...
It is funny, but it's not accurate to the film that's coming out. I think the end of this year. But it goes to show how little hype there is for this, and that it's like third on the list, maybe on YouTube. Like no one gives a shit about this trailer. Pretty wild. I'm pretty sure this played like during the Super Bowl as well. Like I think this is a Super Bowl spot. Like, oh, wild. Anyway, but yeah, it's. 20 seconds long, Gareth, is what I'm seeing here, which means I'm not expecting too much. Also, there's very little preamble to this trailer. It's just this the trailer itself. If you pause it right at the start, like I had to in order to get the sync going, you just see 3 dogs on a white background.
Yeah.
They're just different dogs in a white room, and they're looking around.
It's not even. It doesn't even look like one of those good white rooms, like a proper white room you'd pay for. It looks like they've just like turned a green screen behind them white.
Yeah.
And faked a few shadows.
This is using James Cameron's green screen from earlier. It's just like they've got rid of the water around. Well, maybe the dogs are on the edge of a precipice of a pool. I don't know, but anyway, it could be. They feel that way. They're here. They're just sort of looking around as if they were stock photos. They barely move. And then we are scanning from left to right. Right, we're looking along this police lineup of dogs.
Yeah.
And there's just a big old paw falls into frame, and it's of a Clifford puppy, a Labrador that has been badly coloured red. Not even red.
They have just
really.
Yeah.
It's like maroon.
Rust.
Maroon. A rusty lab here. Which I'm not thrilled with. And we get the title card appear on screen right here. That's all you needed. And then the pup, it just licks the screen right as we go into the song proper. After this whole thing has played over the weird little jaunty whistling thing, the radio staticky thing at the start of the song. And right as he licks the screen is when we go into the song. Now, what did you think? How did it sync? My take for this is that if we were syncing just that little intro bit, this is a 10 out of 10. Like, that's 100% a sync. But with the song Wish You Were Here, Gareth, I don't know if that's what people think of when they think of the song. They don't think of that little radio bit.
That little radio bit is... it's got segments of other things. It's part of a radio play. There's the Fourth Symphony by Tchaikovsky. Mispronounced that terribly. There's a lot. It's a lot of little bits going in before you get to your main attraction of the song. And isn't that a trailer? Shit! Isn't it the perfect thing?
Oh my god! He's bloody done it. He's convinced me. That's
100 out of 100.
100 out of 100.
Clifford the Big Red Dog.
The perfect trailer as far as our rating system can tell. Outstanding. Amazing. Not at all hyped for Clifford though. Sorry.
No.
Didn't fill me with confidence.
I feel like it's one of those films that just won't come out. I felt like when COVID kind of started delaying movies, that a bunch of films were just going to kind of slide away. Like, they're like, no, we were just kidding. That film's not coming out.
I don't know. Maybe
and I
it
feel
could
like
be
this
made.
one might get a chance.
Maybe it could be made, though, because it's like, if it's just Clifford in a series of white rooms with other dogs in them, and the dogs are just offering, like, sage advice, like the fox in The Green Knight, they're just sitting there offering strange, morbid tones. And Clifford is just wandering from hall to hall, trying to uncover the truth and figure out meaning to his existence. I think that could be made in a COVID setting, and that like almost all of that is just dogs in rooms.
That's true.
Almost all of it. I think you could do that. You just need one animal controller, a lot of dogs, and a CGI budget, and we've got a winner on our hands, I think. Like, that's going to make the studio a lot of money.
I love it. I'm hoping, like what you said at the start, where a movie the whole plot is in the trailer. I'm hoping you're correct with this one, and all it is a 1 hour long pan past a bunch of dogs, and then we quickly get licked by Clifford.
Yeah, right at the end as we go into the credits. I mean, that's what this has sold me. Like, and if I went in after watching this trailer and I saw that, I wouldn't be disappointed, Gareth. I think I would be like, well, I don't know what I expected, but it probably was that. There you go. Amazing.
Oh.
And that's...
Hey, we can follow Clifford the Big Red Dog on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Clifford Movie.
Oh.
I think I will.
Oh, I don't know if I can follow him. He's too big. He'll
what
bound
the
away from me. Yeah, I guess that'll help. Yeah, he'll leave.
I was going to tell you the latest Clifford tweet, but my screen time blocked Twitter.
Whoa.
For the best.
You're not allowed. The Clifford tweets are banned. All right?
Mum and Dad aren't letting me.
It's my new goal to get blocked by Clifford on Twitter.
Oh, no.
Yeah. I'm going to do my best.
Oh, wow. The Clifford tweets are not good. It's just the
No.
trailer, and then... Actually, this is going to all be out of date, but they're just retweeting their studio and retweeting other people's dogs. Actually, no, I'm for that.
Wait, it's just the Twitter feed is literally a lineup of dogs as well? I think we're on lock for this. I think we maybe spoiled the movie. I don't know.
Okay. Don't worry, I'll put spoiler notes.
Oh, good. Spoilers for Clifford. As far as we know, they're fully accurate. So that's it. And we got our feature presentation, and that's us wrapping up the show, Gareth, I think.
Yeah.
Any last minute business we need to cover off? What are we doing?
Well,
what's happening?
I think the people need to know. They need to, lace up their Nikes for our feature presentation, which is, of course, we're getting back. Don't worry, we're back. Much like how you've panned across a bunch of small dogs.
Yeah.
There's a big dog coming, and that big dog is, of course, Dark Side of the Moon, being synced up with a film that has haunted this podcast probably since day one. It's been mentioned a lot. At one point, we almost didn't seem like we were going to do the show we were supposed to do because we wanted to talk about it.
Spectre.
And it's a perfect film for this band because Pink Floyd, they're known for two things. They're known for just jamming, like jam rock kind of. But they don't they don't keep you just in one place with their jam rock. They take you to far away, exciting places. They take you to space. Pink Floyd are a band who play space jams.
Damn right they do. We're doing Space Jam, baby. It's a big one.
Yeah.
I'm so
everybody
excited.
Get up. It's time to jam now.
Yeah.
We've got a real jam going down.
Whoop. There it is. All right. I'm ready.
I'm very excited. What a film.
What a film. Get excited for that one next week, listeners. Yep. I'm going to say goodbye now. I'm fading out. I'm turning into a block of ice as I sit and record this podcast. The mink has done nothing. So I need to sign off and warm up.
Yeah, I've got to go. I'm aging rapidly, because I didn't mention this, but I'm actually recording this live from the beach where they shot Old.
Oh, shit.
I probably should have mentioned that, but now I'm so old. What is a podcast?
Oh, well. Hopefully Gareth is reincarnated to record the next episode.
Yes.
Yeah. Are you gonna say goodbye, or am I? I've been James Barrett.
Excuse me, I've been Gareth Blackler.
And
until next time, we're just two lost souls swimming in a fishbowl year after year.
That's right. You sang it, old man. You said it. I don't have to sing at the end of these trailer ones. That's my new rule. Deal with it.
Oh, no. New rules, Dua Lipa. Bye.
Oh, bye. Full circle.